and move out there. Moved out there, took my policing with me, became a trooper, worked on a university campus, and looking for other jobs. One day, I walked into the library, looking on the job board, trying to figure out, is there something up there that I want to do? Something up there where I can help society, give back, do something to improve the lives of kids. So I'm looking on the job board, and then all of a sudden, the library manager walked over to me. You know how you pesky librarians are. See somebody that doesn't look like they know what's going on, you walk over and say, how can I help you? She walked over, serendipity, I guess. We talked for about an hour and a half. Can you believe that? Hour and a half about libraries and how important they are. And I was like, man, this might be something I want to do. And she said, I got a job available. Why don't you apply for it? You seem like you'd be the perfect person for it. And I said, okay, I'll apply. So I applied for the job. I was thrilled, hour and a half, I talked to her. I know I'm getting this job. I didn't get the job. I'm like, why'd you talk to me for an hour and a half and I don't get the job, right? Well, she called me. She said, Kelly, I just wanted your name in the queue. I got a friend across town, and I think she'll love you. And I said, okay. Well, her friend across town was the administrator of a branch in a historical Black community in Las Vegas, Nevada. She hired me. She hired me to be the manager of the children's department. At that time, it was called the YPL, the Young People's Library. So I set my gun down and I picked up a book. And I had no idea what I was doing. None. Didn't know. I watched my peers at the other libraries who were librarians. I think I was the only one in the system who was not a librarian, managing a children's department, who had no idea what he was doing. But she had faith in me, just because I guess the energy she said that I showed and the love that she knew that I had for youth. So I did all kinds of crazy things. I would take big bins of books to kids in kindergarten, first, second, third grade. I'd take all kinds of books to class. And I take books on boogers and animals, literally boogers, animals, alligators, jewelry, sports, all kinds of things. And I'll take them to the school and I ask the kids, how much do you think this costs to get at the library? And I get all these numbers, $500, $100, $50, $5, all these different numbers, which now I understand is probably because somebody in their family got fines from the library, right? So it was a charge to it, right? It's a huge one. And I said, no, it's free. You can get these from the library for free. And the kids were like, wow, I can get books on jets and books on animals. I can, Captain Underpants. I can get this from the library. And I was like, absolutely. And I kept doing it. And we started having, classes, walking their kids to the library, bringing them to the library because the library was being promoted. I started doing programs in the library, like Rites of Passage program, which is kind of, based on the African traditions. When you reach a certain age, you become into manhood or womanhood. And we were offering, it was almost like a coursework to graduation. We'd offer classes on economics, on conflict resolution. A whole series of class on those things that used to be offered in school, but are no longer offered, in K through 12 on how to survive in society, civics and those kinds of things. We'd offer that. And then when the kids graduated, we'd have this big, program, where people would dressed in their African wear, and then they graduate. And now you're on your way to adulthood and on your way to womanhood. But it was open to everyone. It just wasn't segmented to one particular race. And it was fun. We were excited. We were doing all kinds of great things for the kids. And then all of a sudden, one day while I'm in the library, thinking of some next great thing or fun thing to do, I get a phone call from the University of Pittsburgh. And this guy said, hey, I heard about you. I'm like, I'm in Las Vegas. You heard about me in Pittsburgh? I said, yeah, I heard about you. And I think you be a good candidate to come to library school. And I'm like, well, I haven't, not too long ago, got here to Vegas. He said, yeah, I want you to think about that. Here's something I want to tell you about library school. You get a master's degree and the sky's the limit for what you can do. I've heard about some things that you're doing there. And I was like, well,